matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Now Allen going to give this one to Cam Akers. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Going to throw. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
McCann's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Play action. It's Fields. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner and MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them.
On first down, Sanders. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. First chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders.
They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Allen.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To Gordon, out left. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Akers.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Allen.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Touchdown. O.J. Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
McCann for the point after.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
On first down, it's Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Fields. That's complete to Tony. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
McCann's kick up and good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run this with Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. To the air, Allen. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Allen. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He's got Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. From the 50, here's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Wayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Allen.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Cam Akers.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 47. Here we go, G. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's caught left side by Judy.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You better be afraid.
Back to throw, Fields.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Needed 13, they got 14 on third down. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Touchdown, Falcons! Elijah Moore.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On play action, Allen steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Fields on first down. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on second and long. Fields quickly into the hands of Fuller. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Fields. Throw left side, complete to Tony. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that's going to be caught, Jalen Hurd. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back from the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. 65, 65, 65. Mike's 47. So don't say nothing.
Here's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So Allen's going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Allen to throw it. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Kadarius Toney, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes you just hold on to the football and take the hit.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're set up in a golden position.